JM Extra. May is National Water Safety Month, and with that forecast you just heard, the warm weather is here. A lot of folks are headed to the water for some fun in the sun.
But of course, as Kelly has warned us, our local rivers are still very cold to actually swim in, which has led to some safety concerns. So joining us in the studio with some tips when it comes to swimming safety as we look ahead to those summer temperatures, we have James Gallardo, aquatics leader at Lifetime Beaverton. Good morning. Appreciate your time.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it is a good reminder. I know we talk about it year in and year out, but when we talk about, the warm temperatures outside, those colder rivers, when you think about a big safety tip that people need to be aware of when it comes to swimming in our local waters, what's the first thing that pops into your mind?
Yeah, thanks for asking. The number one most important rule is to always keep your eyes on any non-swimmers. A child or anyone can drown in the time it takes to apply sunscreen.
Wow.
So you've got to make sure that you're always being vigilant, regardless of the situation.
Absolutely. I mean, drowning is sadly one of the leading causes of death for young children. And, not just for some of those outdoor waterways, even when it comes to, swimming pools, if you have a pool at home, right? These are things that you need to be careful about. How important can swim lessons be in preventing that?
Swim lessons are incredibly important. That would be the number two most important thing you can do. It is never too early to start teaching kids to swim. At Lifetime Beaverton, we start teaching kids before they're even 1 year old.
Wow.
Getting kids comfortable with how their bodies work in the water can be a huge difference, learning how to simply float. But it's also never too late to learn how to swim. I've taught adults that were terrified of the water, and in 2 weeks they were swimming laps. It's never too late to learn. The other thing about that is if you're coming from a family that doesn't have any swimmers, or if you're disadvantaged in some way, you're significantly more likely to not learn to swim. And that puts you at a significantly higher risk for preventable deaths.
And doing it this way too, again, going through lessons, of course, going to increase the chance that you're going to stay safe in the waters. And with that said, when you talk about swimming in a pool versus swimming in a river or a lake, how different is that from a swimming instructor's point of view? Are mechanics different? What else do you need to keep in mind?
The mechanics are not different, but the thing about it is that the water is always stronger than you are. So you can gain a false sense of confidence if all you've ever done is swim in a pool. It doesn't matter how good of a swimmer you are, a river or the ocean or even a lake being as cold as it is, you have to be able to, you have to respect the water, which is why we always say, don't just pack it, you've got to wear your life jacket.
Yeah, knowing how those work, make sure they're fitted to the kiddos properly.
Yes.
All of that is so important. We were looking at a little video earlier of some of the swim lessons happening at Lifetime. I know that is a spot here in the community that folks can go if they want to learn. What kind of programs do you have available if parents want to get their kids a little more comfortable around water?
Yeah, thanks for asking. For our members, we offer 4 free swim lessons for all kiddos. We also do private lessons, semi-private lessons. But if you're not a member of Lifetime Beaverton, find your local pool. Getting some swim lessons is always going to be more important than finding the perfect place where you want to learn.
It makes a lot of sense.
And if you're somewhere without a lifeguard, what are some of the best ways that, maybe some of the adults in the area, that whoever's in charge of the kiddos or non-swimmers, what's the best way to make sure that you have got a good eye on them?
Well, we like to always reinforce the 1 to 3 rule, as we call it. And that means that for every adult swimmer who's watching non-swimmers, you want to keep a ratio of 1 to 3. Another really important rule, one of our cornerstone rules at Lifetime Beaverton, or just Lifetime in general, is that we want to maintain what we call the 25-10 rule, which is that for any swimmer who's cannot swim 25 meters continuously without help, you need to have someone in the water with them no more than 10 feet away.
Oh, that's a good one. I have not heard that, but that makes a lot of sense.
Good things to think about.
Well, James, appreciate you taking the time. Some important tips, and again, when you look into getting into the waters, being comfortable in the water is one thing, but being at a spot where you can really keep yourself afloat, like you said, in some situations where just learning how to float is key, can be really, really important. So, James, appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And again, if you're interested in those swimming lessons, or if you're looking for a new place to work out, you can go to their website. That is lifetime.life.
I have a feeling that pool was busy over the weekend.
I'm sure.
Yeah.